In this video, I'm going to talk about whether Judaism and Christianity are the same as Islam. In verse 13 of chapter 42, we read, "He has ordained for you of religion what he enjoined upon Noah, and that which we revealed to you, O Muhammad, and what we enjoined upon Abraham and Moses and Jesus, to establish the religion and not be divided therein." So here, it seems pretty clear that the same religion was given to Noah, Muhammad, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. And the word for religion here I've highlighted in red. It is in Arabic, ad-din. Okay, it's a pretty common word. I think most people have heard it if you're a Muslim. And so, it's not some other word that's being used here, but it's deen, religion, right? And so this verse makes it pretty clear again that the same religion was enjoined upon these key people, Noah, Moses, Jesus, and Abraham. In verse 43 of chapter 41, we read, "Nothing is said to you, O Muhammad, except what was already said to the messengers before you." Right? So this would indicate that all messengers, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, they got the same message as Muhammad. Muhammad did not get any message that was any different from the messengers before him. All right. In verse 120 of chapter 2, we read, "And never will the Jews or the Christians approve of you until you follow their form of religion. Say, indeed, the guidance of God is the only guidance. If you were to follow their desire after what has come to you of knowledge, you would have against God no protector or helper." And so basically what this is saying is that God is telling Muhammad not to follow what the Jews and the Christians want him to follow. Now, why is that if they were all given the same message and the same religion, deen? Well, notice here the word that's highlighted in red is not deen, but it is millah, which means form of religion. So, as you probably know, Jews, Christians, Muslims, they all are monotheistic religions and Abrahamic religions, but they all have a different way of practicing the religion. Even within each of these religions, you have denominations where people have different practices. And so it would seem that these different ways of practicing a religion is this word millah in Arabic. And in this verse, God is telling Muhammad not to follow the way of practicing the religion, or Islam, that the Jews and Christians were doing. So now we know, the difference between deen and millah is here. Well, in verse 13 of chapter 42, we saw the word deen being used, and most people know that deen means religion, but for millah, that may be a word that is not as commonly used or heard. And according to the Edward Lane's lexicon, the word millah means religion, but according to other sources, it also means a way of belief and practice in respect of religion. Right? And so this is like what I was saying before. It's the way you practice the religion, and aspects of belief in the religion is the millah. In verse 123 of chapter 16, we read, "Then we reveal to you, O Muhammad, to follow the form of religion of Abraham, inclining toward truth, and he was not of those who associate with God." Now, notice again that in this verse, it's not using the word deen, but it's using the word millah, millata Ibrahim. Okay, the form of religion, or the way of practicing the religion of Abraham. So God himself here is telling Muhammad to follow the form of religion that Abraham followed. Okay, not the way that the Jews and the Christians followed it, and we'll see why later on. And so, again, Muhammad was told to follow the form of religion of Abraham, right? Abraham did not associate with God, which just means that he did not associate partners with God. He did not ascribe partners with God, because if he did, then he would be a polytheist. And he obviously was a monotheist, and so that is what that means. The last word in the verse there, mushrikeen, means polytheists. In verse 67 of chapter 3, we read, Abraham was neither a Jew nor a Christian, but he was one inclining toward truth, a Muslim submitting to God. So, some Jews and Christians may argue that Abraham was a Jew or a Christian, but according to the Quran in this verse, he was neither a Jew or a Christian. The important thing is he was a Muslim, just like Jews and Christians and followers of Muhammad are. And the word used for Muslim there is literally Muslim. Okay, it's the last word in that verse. Now, the name of the religion Judaism, okay, according to Wikipedia, it came from the Hebrew word Yehuda, or Judah. And according to another Wikipedia page, Judah is the name of an ancient kingdom in present-day southern Israel. So basically, the name Judaism originates from the name of an ancient kingdom. Christianity is based on the name of its leader, Jesus Christ, right? And according to the Wikipedia page for Christianity, Christianity is a sect of Judaism, or a denomination of Judaism. Now, Islam, on the other hand, the name Islam is not based on the name of a kingdom, like Saudi Arabia. It's also not the name, or not based on the name of a leader, like Muhammad. Because if it was, then it might be called Mohammedism. But, it's not based on Muhammad. It literally means submission. The word Islam actually has a meaning, and it means submission. Of course, in the context of religion, it means submission to God. And so the name of the religion, Islam, can also just be called submission, and you're talking about the same exact thing. In verse 15 of chapter 5, we read, O people of the Scripture, there has come to you our messenger, making clear to you much of what you used to conceal of the Scripture, and overlooking much. There has come to you from God a light and a clear book. And so remember from the previous verse where God told Muhammad not to follow the form of religion of the Jews and the Christians. Well, this may be the reason why. According to this verse, the people of the Scripture, who are the Jews and the Christians, because they have received the Scripture, the Torah, and the Injil, or Gospel, Christian Bible, they apparently, according to this verse, they used to conceal some of what was in those scriptures, and they used to overlook much. Obviously, that's unacceptable, and that could have led to Christianity and Judaism at the time of Muhammad to have, been modified and have changed since when those scriptures were revealed. And so here, that it seems likely that this is the reason why Muhammad was told not to follow the form of religion of the Jews and the Christians, because they modified the religion, and Muhammad was told to follow the form of religion of Abraham. In verse 13 of chapter 42, we read, He has ordained for you of religion that he enjoined upon Noah, and that which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, and what we enjoined upon Abraham and Moses and Jesus, to establish the religion and not be divided therein. And so I want to focus on the last part of that verse, to establish the religion and not be divided therein. Okay, and so here the word religion is deen. It's singular, so there's one religion here. And God is telling Muhammad, or all of these people, not to divide the religion. Now, unfortunately, that's exactly what people did. They divided the religion into various denominations and sects, and so assuming Abraham was the first to be given the religion of Islam, or submission in English, chronologically speaking, the next key person was Moses, who received the Torah, and the name of that religion that follows the Torah is Judaism, as you know. Well, Judaism has been divided into many sects or division. There's Orthodox Jews, conservative, Reconstructionist, Reform, and others. And according to that Christianity, that Wikipedia page on Christianity, Christianity is a sect of Judaism, and so I put it, here under Judaism because it is a denomination or sect of Judaism. Now, after Jesus came along, then came Muhammad, and he was given the Quran, and again, that verse told people and Muhammad not to divide the religion. Now, I doubt Muhammad divided the religion, but, as most Muslims know, there are many sects in Islam, and the two largest ones are the Sunnis and the Shiites. But there are others. There's the Wahhabis and Salafis and Druze and Alawis and etc. And so, as we can see here, and well, of course, as you know, Christianity has probably most denominations compared to Islam and Judaism. And so people have just kept dividing the religion when, according to the Quran, they were not supposed to do that. So to conclude, the religion of Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad is the same, right? It just appears different now because, of course, people have modified the religion, but originally they are the same religion. Despite the different names, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, the original religion is the same, right? Jews, Christians, and Muslims are not supposed to break up into sects, but they obviously did. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to be notified of more, hit the subscribe button.